Hey guys, thank you for paying attention. I really want to talk about this urgent topic right now. That is, one of the consultants working in our firm recently informed that one of his friend working in a different company, his Elasticsearch cluster got hacked, and now they are asking for ransomware. This is extremely serious topic, and I really want you to pay attention. Okay, so let's read what the ransomware said. All your data is hacked, all your data is backed up, you must pay a 0.05 Bitcoin to following address in 48 hours for recovering it. Then he says, after 48 hours of expiration, we will leak and expose all your data. In case of refusal to pay, we will contact the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, and notify them that you store user data in an open form and it's not safe. Again, we can read all this, but guys, this is extremely serious, right? One bad config, one thing that you miss in the settings can screw the entire company up. So please make sure, number one, you always back up your data on S3. Always, wherever your Elasticsearch cluster is, doesn't matter. Try to have your data backed up on a frequently basis. So in situation like this, at least you have your data backed up. That's point number one. Point number two, your Elasticsearch cluster should only be accessible through a VPC or a firewall. Any traffic coming outside the VPC should not be able to access the Elasticsearch. Option three, use authentication services like Cognito. AWS Cognito can help you to authenticate the user, right? So essentially, the user has to be within the VPC. Second, it has to be an authorized user in the Cognito user pool, right? Then and only then you can access. Third, fine-grained access. So basically, every user will have a very fine-grained access, which means they cannot delete the index. They cannot do certain operation on the index. Only the admin is allowed to do all these operations. So I hope this video will help other companies and firm, right? This can literally happen to anybody. So this is something that happened to one of the companies, and the consultant essentially informed us like, hey, something like this is going on. So, be careful and make sure, when you're storing PII data, please hash the data. Make sure you're compliant with all that stuff, right? Don't leave things open. Security and settings are one of the most important aspects when using anything, in general. So I have a video on how to set up Cognito. And again, as I said, I have a video where I show how to take snapshots of your cluster on Elasticsearch. So back up your cluster regularly, take snapshots, and please pay close attention to IAM roles, policy, all these access stuff. Pay very, very close attention. Don't leave your cluster public, because something like this can happen, and that can screw the entire company. Again, this is just a video that I wanted to warn the people who are using Elasticsearch. This is something that happened to one of the companies that the consultant informed us, and I wanted to reach out to everybody and let you guys know, if you are using, be careful and make sure your security and everything is pretty tight. Okay. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this incident doesn't happen with any other companies. So make sure that you double check all your security, the VPC, your authentication, and don't leave things public. Also, make sure you use a reverse proxy. So anything, your domain of the Elasticsearch is always hidden behind a proxy, right? That's it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.